Everybody, we are back with another review, and today we're going through my top 5 least favorite black box Batman figures from the Batman 80 Years line. And we've already done the top 5 favorite ones, so if you want to see that, there's going to be a link at the end of the video in the end card and the outro. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review and let's get into my top 5 black box Batman least favorite. So we're going to start off and go 5 to 1. One's going to be the least favorite out of the entire wave that they dropped. So starting it off, definitely going to be 1997 Batman. So this is going to be George Clooney Batman. I think personally the reason why I didn't like this one, well, I do like the paint app on it. I think that pop-wise, the pop is painted properly and like constructed properly. But I think it's just more so the choice on this one. I would have probably went with like maybe a Christian Bale one or something from maybe Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. I don't know. I would have done something else, but they chose the George Clooney Batman, which is like, I don't know, the least favorite Batman of like every Batman that ever walked the silver screen. So I think this is going to probably be my number 5 least favorite Batman right here. So this is the George Clooney one. We'll pop him out the box and we'll check it out and see what it's like to check out the pop itself. You can see the Clooney Batman. If you missed a review I did on this one, this will be the out of box for you. So here we go. So here's the Clooney Batman right there. You can see the paint app on it's pretty decent, but like I said, I would have chose probably a different Batman for this particular pop right here. When they chose the movie line of Batman, I guess they ended it with the 97 one. They did the Christian Bale and the Batman Begins little movie moment with Commissioner Gordon, but again, I would have probably picked a different one for that particular movie. If that was going to be the last movie Batman I dropped from the line, it probably would have been like Christian Bale. I would have probably skipped over Clooney, but whatever. So number 4, it's going to be this metallic Batmite. Now this is just probably me just complaining about laziness, but I think this one is pretty lazy. I mean, I know like a lot of these big box stores or chains will drop these exclusives where they just kind of tweak something, which there's going to be another one on the list that is guilty of the same thing as this, which is more of an atrocity, I guess you could say. This little Batmite is just metallic Batmite from Box Lunch. So it's just the Batmite, you know, a minor character from way back in the day that they took and just basically made it metallic. So this is what you ended up getting here. Mine ended up having a lazy eye that I ended up getting from the shipment of this. But to me personally, I just think the metallic or just chroming something or just changing your color is pretty lazy, especially when there's so many Batman characters that you could have chose from to put in this particular spot here for an exclusive. Like, I would have chose just another character, but I imagine it has to do with something with finances, maybe in regards to them not wanting to mint a new mold, and maybe just the paint scheme is just easy for them to do an exclusive with, just repainting something that's already been cast. I don't know, but this was an opportunity I think that they missed in regards to them creating something totally cool. Like Sin over to Sin Den said they should have definitely have done the Batman and Wolverine crossover with Batman. So I mean, yeah, that would have, like, again, that's one example of like so many others they could have used for an exclusive, and I think they dropped the ball here with dropping stuff like this metallic Batmite from Box Lunch. You know what I mean? All right, that moves us down to number 3 on the list, and that's going to be another movie Batman. This is going to be the Batman Forever Batman. I think this kind of started the waves of Batman movie, I guess, pops, because it went from 1989 Batman, which I kind of just thought that was the only one they were going to drop, but then they dropped this one, and then they dropped I forget the other one that they dropped, but that was right after that. I think it was no, I think they went to comics after that, but anyway, the next movie one they ended up dropping, I think, was the Clooney one, actually, now I'm thinking about it. But this is the Batman Forever one right here, coming in at number 3. I just think they could have chose a little bit better stance here. He does have the Riddler card, which just kind of lets you know that this is from Batman Forever. They did do the anatomically correct nipple thing with the Val Kilmer Batman. I just think, again, this was another missed opportunity. They could have chose a different movie Batman to put here. I mean, I'm glad they didn't do Ben Affleck at all, but in a way, I almost kind of would have rather seen like Ben Affleck Batman over like George Clooney Batman. That's just me though. But I mean, I guess his suit was a little bit radical, the Clooney one, so maybe that's why they chose it for this line. But the Batman Forever one with the Val Kilmer, I think they could have done a little bit better figure here for him on that. I know it was a Tim Burton Batman, but again, something I think they could have done a little bit better on this one. So I think they kind of dropped the ball on this particular Batman. But what are you going to do? The wave has been dropped, but they are going to drop a Batman Forever wave, which I imagine this is going to complement that wave rather well. So if you didn't end up grabbing this for that, once that other wave drops, I imagine this one will probably start skyrocketing in price. So that might actually be pretty good for that pop. So let's move on to number 2, which is going to be back to the laziness factor, which is going to be this exclusive that they ended up dropping at SDCC. And then they dropped another subsequent one in NYCC like 3 months later. And it was the pink version of this particular pop, which is kind of crazy that there's basically a teal version and then the pink chrome version, and they're both exclusive, limited number, and I just think it's kind of lazy that they could have done something a little bit more spicy for these limited releases and these conventions. I mean, this is again the pink or the teal chrome. They dropped the pink chrome one of this, and like I said, I think it's pretty lazy when they do these chromes. They do, I mean, so many chromes. Walmart's like the king of chromes when it comes to exclusives. So this particular wave of Batman ones, I think they could have put a little bit more effort into picking the ones that were at least limited run. This one with a pink version being limited to 1,500 pieces is kind of like, I don't know, kind of lazy. Make it something that's enticing. Make it worth the payment you're going to be paying for a $1,500 piece limited, one if you're not going to the con. Because having something like a teal chrome one you can get for $30 and just it being pink makes it worth $400 more than that. I don't know. I think it's just lazy in regards to that. And speaking of lazy, we're going to go to the king of lazy. The king of lazy here is definitely going to be Walmart, and that's going to be Walmart is going to be the first appearance of Batman. Now this is going to be one where I think it's pretty much the king of lazy, because here's the standard one, which we're going to pop them both out the box. We're going to check them out because this is by far the laziest thing I've ever seen when it comes to an exclusive. And it happened to be with the first appearance of Batman. Of all things for you to be lazy with, it's going to be the first appearance of Batman. And you guys gave Walmart the opportunity over here to do the first appearance of Batman. I don't know. I would have done it maybe PX exclusive or something, because since it's like comic related, maybe let an actual comic collector or someone who's into comics actually design this instead of somebody who's just somewhere in Funko or Walmart. So here's the two compared together. So really the lighter one right here, which you can see the under cape, that's the only difference, and it's not even something you can noticeably see because the gloves are just a little bit of a different shade of purple. The pants have a little bit of a different shine to them, which kind of resembles the exact paint that's underneath the cape, but you have the underneath the cape, which is the different. I mean, it's literally the same pop when you look at it like this. I mean, the striping on the outside of the cape, it's very subtle. I mean, even the gloves look the same at first glance, to be honest with you. I would say this is probably the laziest exclusive that I've seen pretty much so far. The chrome and the metallics, I can understand that you guys don't want to recast another figure maybe or make another figure, and it's easier just to repaint something, but something like this where you're doing something so subtle like different shade of blue, and it's on the underside of the cape that you don't even really see unless you turn it upside down. I mean, when they're just kind of sitting at the table, this is what you're seeing. If they're sitting level on the table, this is what you see. They just look like two very regular Batman, identical, sitting next to each other. So I'd have to say this is my number one least favorite exclusive. I think they dropped the ball in regards to this particular drop here. Not something I'm particularly a fan of in regards to the Walmart one because it came damaged as well. I had to order another one to get a non-damaged box because the box in the Pop and Tea bundle was just like crushed. This was back when I guess Walmart really didn't have their shipping thing on any regard on lockdown because they were shipping stuff in bags. So now at least they're throwing stuff in boxes. Stuff's still arriving damaged, but they're at least coming in boxes now. But again, Walmart, man, they really dropped the ball in regards to this exclusive, I would say. So this is my least favorite Batman 80 years line pop. Let me know down in the comments below, what was your least favorite, or some of your least favorite if you have more than one. from the Batman 80 Years line. Were you also noticing the fact that they were a bit lazy with the boxes in regards to some of them also had a matte finish on the box, and some of them had this gloss finish on the box? Did you notice that as well in regards to the consistency and then the exclusiveness of some of the pops? Were you kind of not surprised of the laziness of some of the Walmart stuff that they dropped this year? I want you to let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more content like this, subscribe for more, because I do reviews every single day. So look out for that, and have a great rest of your day.